welcome to the show. So this is going to be all things ag. I'm Leah Jamison. I'm News Channel 10's agriculture reporter. And today I kind of just want to get to know you guys and your community. So let's just kind of start over with an overview of the program and what you guys do.
Well, my name is Paige Brandon. I'm the assistant rodeo coach, and we're here to talk about WT Rodeo through West Texas A&M.
I'm Madison Clark. I am a grad student here at WT, and I compete on the WT Rodeo Team.
Awesome.
And I'm Cody Joe Bonds. I'm the head rodeo coach and an instructor of ag sciences here at WT.
So you guys kind of had a region split. Can you kind of tell me what opportunities that gave you guys?
Yes, ma'am. So last year we were competing in the Southwest region is what it was called, and they actually split that in half. So this year it's called the Cap Rock region, and so there's 10 schools total. And with the 10 schools, for instance, last year breakaway roping, there was 300 breakaway ropers competing, and now our members are competing against 150. So it's pretty much split it in half. And that just gave more opportunity for us to have success in this region.
Awesome.
Another thing that it also afforded was programs were able to host college rodeos more easily. Being able to produce a rodeo of that size with over 1,000 contestants, that can be a challenge. So now that the region is split and we don't have that many runs, we're able to host a more premium type rodeo.
And Madison, from your perspective, kind of what do you feel has changed because of this?
I mean, kind of like Paige said, it gave us more of an opportunity, you know, to fill up that short round with maroon vests. And specifically, like in the breakaway roping, with having 300 contestants, you know, and rodeo is such a, you know, it's not a, there's no instructions on how to do it perfectly every single time. And so really it all comes down to the luck of the draw. And like all of the stars have to align when you're competing against that many people. And so having the region split, it just, as I said, it just gave us more opportunity to show off what we can do.
Awesome. And so tell me, from 2025, your season, to now, what are you guys doing that you saw last year that you want to have either changed or continue this upcoming year?
Well, Cody and I talked about this coming year that we are going to focus a lot stronger in the mental game of rodeo, and really strengthening that within our athletes.
Okay. Awesome. And then, so let's talk about the Rough Stock program and kind of the growth that you guys have seen in it and how it's been flourishing.
Yes, ma'am. So I went to school here, and I was a member of the Rough Stock program back then. Rough Stock is sort of a niche market. There's fewer competitors. While they are still pretty wolfy, there's a kind of a golden opportunity to be able to set yourself forward in those events. And so we identified that that was definitely critical to be able to be competitive with the other schools in our region. So in that effort, we've been trying to bring back and revive the Rough Stock program, and it's actually going very well.
Well, and he's being humble, but he was a champion saddle bronc rider back in the day.
Oh, okay, awesome. So kind of tell me, from that experience, what are you bringing to this program?
Honestly, the first thing is probably passion. That was definitely a huge love of mine. And actually at WT was definitely where that passion got to take wings and fly. So being able to afford that opportunity to our students is very meaningful and important to me.
How do you guys go about signing students, and tell me about that process?
You're the one working on it right now.
Okay. So recruiting is a critical tool that we have to use to identify those students and bring them to us. Obviously, we definitely need students that are going to perform well in the arena, but we are an educational institution that is involved with teaching, and so we need students. And so high academic performance, and then Madison touched on the culture. So another thing that we prioritize when we're searching for these students is that the other students on the rodeo team will do these activities with them. And so we look at those three things. There is an application process where they have to submit a biography, a resume with references. We ask that they submit videos in the respective events so that we can go through those and kind of gauge their readiness to compete at this level. And then from there, we'll start a conversation where we interview them. We try to bring them down here so they can see what WT is about. Honestly, the atmosphere and that connection, the human connection at WT is what makes it such a special place. And so we try to bring them here so they can see that. It seems to be our best selling tactic, but also so we can gauge how they respond in that environment with us and if we're going to fit.
Yeah. So let's talk about the requirements. Is it required that you have your own horse? I've seen that somewhere.
It is.
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
And the horse matters so much more than people believe or may realize because the horse can make or break how competitive your year is. And even a setback with a horse can change and alter the course of that season. So the horse plays a huge role.
Okay. I think this is very interesting too. I think a lot of people, they think of sports and they think D1, D2 colleges are playing against each other. This is not something that has to have, oh, you can only compete against D1, D2.
Correct. And within the Caprock region that we talked about, we actually compete against community college and four-year universities.
Okay.
So it's very region-based.
It is. And then the competitors are also allowed to amateur rodeo, pro rodeo. They can keep their winnings and things like that. That's a little different from. Yes, ma'am.
We actually had Quade Hyatt, who lives in Canyon. He made the NFR last year, and he's a WT Rodeo alum.
Yes, he was an all-around. He was an all-around national champion.
We also have an athlete, John Heisel, who's a healer, and he is on the fast track to see the NFR one day for sure.
That's amazing. That is really awesome. And so kind of tell me what that means to you guys to see that growth and see these people going on to these competitions just from training before WT and now with WT.
It's unreal to be a part of that journey, and it's a lifelong journey. There's no end cap other than when you choose to retire to end your rodeo career. And so to be able to have just a snippet of their time at the arena in practice, I mean, it's so encouraging to see these athletes want to put the work in and have the success, and it's amazing, truly.
Yeah.
It is. It's so good for the soul because you get to pour into them, you get to see it flow out of them, and it's the stuff that dreams are made of, and you get to follow that journey with them, sort of get to live vicariously in a way, and you remember what it means to you. So it's cool.
It's awesome. Okay, and so tell me something that you think the community needs to know that they don't really know about you guys and that you really want to get out there.
Well, first, I just want to thank the community that does support us. We cannot do this without them. We have such a great team behind us that help us to fundraise and get us down the road. So just the gratitude for sure. I just want to make sure that that is known, that we're very thankful.
Yeah, and I think also just letting the community know that, you know, since not a lot of people know about rodeo, sometimes it gets a little overlooked compared to sports like basketball, football, things like that. But, you know, we're putting in the same amount of work, same blood, sweat, and tears. And we can't do this without support from the community. And not only that, but just as an athlete, having that community support really, I mean, drives you to do better and to compete not only for yourself, but for the community that you're representing.
Yes, I think I'd just echo the same thing. Basically, the community is the secret sauce of the whole thing, and that's what lifts us up and allows us the opportunities to pursue this.
Okay. And then I did see you guys are having your first hometown rodeo.
The first one since we believe is 2017.
2017. Okay, that is awesome. And so kind of tell me what that's like to kind of bring that to Canyon and your school and be able to be on your home turf.
It's exciting. I know that everyone that we've talked to about getting the ball rolling on hosting this rodeo, there's a lot more to it than most people think, but uh, everyone's been excited, and it goes back to that community support. But we'll be hosting it at the Spicer Grip Arena April 16th through the 18th, and it'll be a similar format as Madison described earlier. And the Spicer Grip crew, committee, and Canyon and Hereford communities are really helping to make it happen. And more details to come, but we're super excited and ready for our athletes to show some WT pride in the local area.
Yeah, and as an athlete, it's my last semester rodeoing, and so to be able to compete on the home turf, I'm super excited to be able to have all my family there and watch and have fun. And I know that goes for all of the WT athletes. It's just like having a home game. You want to defend your home turf, so it's really gonna bring the heat.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to come and kind of talk to me about this. I'd love to catch up more when we get closer to the hometown rodeo, but again, just thank you so much. I enjoyed talking to you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.